Okay, can everyone say hello now?
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, that's four. And oops. So, a huge problem that many of you may not know exists until it happens to you is catalytic converter theft. Catalytic converter theft is a problem sweeping across the nation. Sacramento alone has one of the highest reports for this kind of crime. However, combating this problem can be quite simple. In this presentation, I'm going to talk about what a catalytic converter is and what this has to do with you. And then I'll talk about why this is increasingly becoming a sought out item among thieves and why it's a problem. And lastly, I'll conclude by giving some options that you can take to prevent yourself and hopefully many others from becoming victims in the future. Now, I'm sure many of you have no clue what a catalytic converter is or what this has to do with you. A catalytic converter is a device located within a vehicle's exhaust system. It's normally found in cars that run on gasoline. So, for those of you who own a vehicle, you should have one, unless you own an electric vehicle. Those ones don't have a catalytic converter. And now, according to DeBro Automotive, gasoline contains around 150 different chemicals. So, the purpose of a catalytic converter is to convert these toxic chemicals with the use of metals. The metals react chemically to the toxic chemicals and convert them into a less harmful gas like oxygen or nitrogen. And without a catalytic converter, the air quality would quickly decline, meaning it would harm both the environment and our way of life. A catalytic converter is not only a necessary device for your vehicle, but a valuable one at that as well. According to the National Insurance Crime Bureau, catalytic converters contain numerous rare metals such as platinum, palladium, and rhodium. Although containing only a few grams worth, these metals are still very valuable. Rate Genius states that these metals are usually worth more than gold. This is what thieves are after when they steal these catalytic converters. For them, it's an easy way to make quick money. It takes them no more than 2 minutes to crawl beneath your vehicle and extract the catalytic converter. From there, they sell it, leaving with cash in their pocket and you with a hefty replacement cost. In just these last 3 years, catalytic converter theft has gone up by 1,500% in the Sacramento County. The reason this is increasingly becoming a problem that we should all be concerned for is that it's extremely difficult to prosecute thieves for this crime. People don't realize they're a victim until they go to start their vehicle, only to hear a loud sputtering sound. By that point, the thief is long gone with your catalytic converter. Although theft for these devices continues to rise, it does not mean we are left helpless. There are a couple of things you can do to prevent yourself from becoming a victim. According to Carfax, an online car resource service, they state that there are several types of cars that are more likely to be targeted than others. Hybrid models in particular, such as the Prius, are the most targeted vehicles among every other vehicle. The reason for this is because the catalytic converters in hybrid vehicles contain higher amounts of these rare metals. If your catalytic converter has been stolen, you can still drive it. However, you're not necessarily allowed to drive it on public roads. PBS News states that a catalytic converter is required by law in all US states. Here are some measures you can take to protect yourself. So the best method would be to install a protective plate underneath your car, and that would protect your catalytic converter. Another option would be to park in a garage, as these thieves tend to target vehicles parked out on the street. If parking in a garage is not an option, you could install a motion sensor light. Or another option, as encouraged by several insurance companies, would be to mark your device. So that could be either etching your license plate number onto it or just painting it. If you'd like to go a step further, you could advocate for prevention policies to help out your community. So you could advocate for a law requiring car companies to lock and secure the catalytic converters during manufacturing. Or you could advocate for a program to provide residents with free CatGuard stickers. Minnesota has a program like this in place, and it allows them to trace stolen catalytic converters. To conclude, the catalytic converter is an essential piece to your vehicle for basically reducing harmful emissions. As the value of these rare metals continue to rise, so will the number of thefts. Removing a catalytic converter takes only minutes and is a easy profit for thieves and a huge inconvenience for you. You have the ability to take action and stop these thieves from targeting your catalytic converter. Thank you for listening.